Tomcast2.0 intro. Take one. And then,
Hi, welcome to the Tomcast. I'm your host, Tom Galicchio.
and I'm 2.Joe.
And it's not point two. We had this debate before.
Well,
We're
yeah.
not 20%. So this week,
We have a great episode.
Nope. We're taking it to the HNL.
H&L.
Whole nother level.
Oh, you got to be talking, when you talk anagrams, you've got to make sure that the person's on board or been in the military. So you got to let me know prior
I haven't
to
been
this.
in the military.
Yeah.
Why do I?
You're initiating the anagram, so you would have to be the person that would be like, all right, hey, I'm going to use, because right now I'm like, HTML, isn't that how you
HTML.
write up
That's like
a code for an internet website?
So-
Speaking of internet website, the YouTube channel,
Go visit us, YouTube, subscribe, Tomcast 2.0.
we're up to $1,000 for the jersey. Can't do anything about it.
Yeah, nothing yet because we haven't hit 10,000 followers.
Yeah, I thought it was 1,000 guys. He threw 10,000 out there.
Why not?
We're at 6.
Because
We're at
no,
6.
we got 11, so we doubled.
11.
Things are really looking good for the Tomcast, and in fact, I'm actually been working on a theme song.
We're working on it together, right? I like the Tomatage.
Hold on. I have to
nice.
get that out of my system.
I think we should do Sabotage from the Beastie Boys.
No,
and
listen.
you and I should be kicking down doors.
I'm gonna sing it to you. Hold on. This is the Tomcast. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna get knocked out because this is the ultimate. Tomcast. So I'm working with that. It's a little work in progress. I gotta.
I'm not drinking my pee today.
Really.
We're going to discuss what's happening to me.
Yeah.
later on.
Well, we got both of us fought this episode. So who better to talk about these fights than
I'll
us?
interview you, you interview me.
And I'll ask
Like
you.
Yo Mama from the Train.
What?
Where they were like, okay, you kill her this way and I'll kill your...
Should we play 21 questions?
What we're supposed to... We're doing the
do
intro. We got to tell them that Jonathan Tucker is going to
Oh
join
yeah,
us.
we got Jonathan Tucker. He's like famous. He's Jay Kulina on Kingdom. And
We
that's
also have an Olympian.
we got Aaron Pico. He's the man. He's the phenom.
And Tom Galicchio, guys. Here, today, I'm going to be interviewing him.
And Tom's here, and we got Joe here.
Ooh.
Yeah, Joe.
You guys saw it.
I know.
There'll be some memes. You guys want to see a dead body?
You know what? It's.
I was just happy that it was all quiet. I was just happy that it was quiet instead of everyone jumping up and dancing. Yeah, that's what I wanted. When I woke up, it was like, you know what? Let's break. Let's do the break, and then we'll talk about it.
All right. So that and more after these words from our sponsors, if we have them. We might not have them.
Tom, come on.
All right. So since, like I said before, we got it's us. We fought. The episode was us and the coaches challenge. So.
We don't want the vibe of this episode to be like, Joe, you okay? That happened a while ago, guys.
Yeah, he's
I'm
fine.
okay.
Look,
I'm walking
look,
around,
he's alive. Look,
getting some texts.
look.
I should have weaved when I bobbed. I was literally thinking the hook was coming and the uppercut caught me. The next thing I remember, I'm standing up, looking. The referee's talking to me. Are you okay? And I see Hyder there, and he's there standing, and we're talking. I'm like, oh, I figured it out, standing up, which means I got up unconscious, probably or something.
I know the room went silent. I mean, we were because everybody cared.
And I appreciated that the most. I'm glad no one was dancing on my grave for no reason that was there because those are all our colleagues. I mean, for a second, guys, you have to remember that anything can happen. When Anderson Silva broke his leg in the fight, everyone was like, oh my gosh.
I think even Seth was tore up about it. Everybody was a little tore up.
The most important thing, too, to me, that was my son's birthday. I wanted to share that with him. And, honestly, the only 2 times I've ever been knocked out, I fought on my kid's birthday. Tyler was this one, and Mac Danzig was my son Joey's birthday. So guys just telling me, don't fight on your kid's birthday.
You know what
Take
you
care
gotta
of your
do?
kids.
You gotta go to Chuck E. Cheese or something. like
Next time somebody offers me a fight on my kid's birthday, I'm gonna literally say we're going to Chuck E. Cheese.
and it's gonna be your oldest.
Now, guys,
It'll be your oldest.
I'm gonna revert to change the vibe because I don't want any crazy vibe. We're gonna go to the coaches challenge, and the fact that
Actually, first I got a question for you, Joe.
oh yeah,
How does it feel We had the entire preliminary round, and then the red team just took out their frustration on you.
I know.
Really
Dude, it was like, you know what?
Like they just,
Joe doesn't deserve to win. We're going to take that from him twice. And guys, honestly, it was a great...
Look, see, you shifted to serious voice.
Yeah, see? Now you guys got...
No,
that's
Joe,
what... It
Joe
was a
had to
great
shift.
experience. And it
What's
was...
the serious voice, Joe?
The fact that afterwards no one like made fun of me. I
no,
really
everybody.
appreciated
And
that.
then we had the prayer. That was
Yeah.
cool.
So right after that fight, we were able to take it, and Hyder's Muslim and I'm Christian, and we were able to sit down and everyone prayed, and it was for a second we got to show everyone that fighters.
We went to the red
are
team
more-
locker room,
yeah.
and it was all the coaches and the fighters got together. It was really a cool moment. And
That's when the Trump had just been elected, and the Muslim ban was being put into
we'd have no idea what's
effect.
going on.
We didn't know any of that.
I still don't really know what's going on. I really don't. I left that house and I go back to no cable anyway, so it's like.
It was a great opportunity. Hyder's amazing competitor. And the fact is, I didn't have much time to recover because you had to fight Justin right after that.
Yeah, I know. They said I was fighting Justin. That was Cody's first choice. And I was team favorite too, so it's like, let's get Tom again. Uh-oh. Are we calling it an airstrike?
Yeah, that was an airstrike. That was my Call of Duty, if you notice my son's shirt.
So what were you talking about? Hater hitting hard?
Hater hits hard.
Was that what we were talking about?
No, we were actually talking about the team prayer, and then I was talking about, I didn't have time to sulk, guys, because I had to help Tom get ready for Justin.
I was getting ready for Justin. Now Justin has a very, very deadly guillotine, and I knew Joe's the king of guillotines. I'm like, Joe, let's get ready. I need you to get me ready for Justin. You got to kind of coach me along, and you know, I need to brush up my guillotine defenses. I mean, I'm a black belt myself, but you know, it was just all the tools were put in front of me.
Emotionally, I was super invested too. You know, not only are you my teammate, Justin just had beat me, and it gives you that little bit of animosity that we didn't have really because we all got along. Justin's one of the nicest guys.
Oh, Justin might be the funniest guy in the house.
Yeah, other than Tom, of course, because he's a comedian.
No, I think honestly, who was the funniest guy? Ramsey was hysterical.
And Justin was.
Justin
had the
was
dry
fun.
humor. Justin had the dry humor.
Justin had
that
some
gets
killer
everyone,
dry
guys.
humor. Oh yeah, dry humor's great.
So, the coach's challenge.
Coach's challenge, that was cool.
Cody was such an athlete. He jumps out of the pool like nothing the very first time, right onto the balance beam, and it's hitting the ball.
He was doing he was doing like dance moves and stuff. and then TJ gets on, and then he like jumps off. And
dude, we were down like 6 or 7 or 8.
I think it was 8-2.
And I remember I went to go get a sandwich because there was hors d'oeuvres over.
I know, and you were bulking up.
We started to rack up the points, and all of a sudden I couldn't go back. It's like when you're gambling in Vegas and you're at a hot table and you're sitting there and you've got all the luck. It's a lucky shoe, and then somebody sits by you who's a cooler and it starts hitting when they're not supposed to hit.
I think you're sweating a little.
Yeah.
I
love blackjack, guys. But I love that challenge because it was for another $5,000.
Yeah, we got 1,500 each.
That is
know.
crazy.
I know, and I was stoked too because I just hit my bonuses. I was like, I'm rich. We actually had a rule that we couldn't go up these steps, and it was $100 a step.
And you almost went up the steps.
I was gonna go up 2 steps. I was gonna pay.
I was like, dude, just put it on a hand of blackjack.
I know. He's like, Tom, that's just such a waste of money. I'm like, but you don't understand. I could afford it.
Dude, there's a candy machine at my gym now.
How's it doing?
It's doing great. It's doing great. I personally get a lot of the ninjas. I asked for the little homies. You guys know what I'm talking about. The guys with the
I can't find little homies.
You can find them. You can just go out and you'll find a couple. And then shrink them with a shrinking X-ray machine and then put them in the machine.
That's not cost efficient.
It's not.
It's not.
Real people we're talking about.
It's real people.
I guess if you could make some type of shrink ray,
I would have to charge like 75
We wouldn't be here right now.
I know, we'd be out shrinking our money, being rich. I think we're already doing that.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Were you expecting Ramsey to get thrown into the pool?
No, I wasn't. Oh yeah, especially because he had a $5,000 microphone on him. Was it 5,000? You're in show business.
Well, I mean, I think at least $5,000, maybe $3,000 mic.
No, it was probably more.
It's a wireless mic, and then on top of it, you've got what else? Dana tells everyone if you throw in Uriah, he'll give you 1,000 each.
Yeah, and they couldn't do it.
And they couldn't do it because they felt bad. Uriah started punching. Yeah. But if Uriah would have known, afterwards, Uriah was like, dude, if I would have known that he said he was going to give him cash, I would have jumped in, which is a cool homie move. But I would have charged everyone $100.
10%?
10%. All right. Hey, guys, you 10. You threw me in.
That's a Ramsey move.
Ramsey is the best negotiator, guys.
Yes, he got us extra money. Thank you, Ramsey.
Yeah, he probably ended up costing another like $35,000 that they weren't planning in the budget that they stepped up and did on probably one of the most expensive seasons.
Oh, this season.
It's been awesome. Just amazing, guys.
Speaking of seasons, Joe, the first time you met Dana White, I think he called you short and fat.
You got to watch season 2.
Yeah, I've been watching season 2, so I'm watching season 2.
I just had finished cornering Phil Baroni, and we were in Japan at Bushido, and then I ended up coming back, and I had got the call, you're on the Ultimate Fighter, you got to report. And so I was like, oh my gosh. I showed up a little bloated.
Of course.
Because I was drinking back then, and it was easy to come off. You guys got to see it. Whereas it gets harder as you get older. So the trick is, guys, not to let yourself go. Because that's what happens so long.
So, yeah, they even just eliminated people for, like, if Dana White you didn't make the cut. Dana White was really involved, too. He was coaching you guys, to get through it.
Well, I mean, it's like the Wild West. We didn't really, that was the second season.
Yeah, so everything was still kind of getting figured out.
Look at this season, how it's ran so smooth. The team, everyone knows their position.
Well, look at the difference in the beginning trials for the picks.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
yours looked way worse than both of my seasons. That looked just horrendous.
Oh, it was the fact that they made the heavyweights work out like the lightweights. You know what I mean? Like all of us who were a little smaller at the 170 division, and they had the heavyweights going at the same time.
It's because Matt Hughes is 170, and he said everybody's going to work out like me. So it's like you guys have to work up, so probably some of the weights were a little bit more, and then... Well, because some of you guys are now 55ers.
Yeah, a lot of if you're doing a season of the Ultimate Fighter and you have to make weight in a couple days' notice, most of the time you're not that weight class. Some of the
if you're lucky.
You're a 55er. My last fight
just started cutting
in the UFC before that was at 45. You're fighting at 170. I fought at 205, 215. Dave Roberts, he didn't even have. We showed up and that was it. It was either Dave or Quentin Jackson. And Rampage is a friend, and I'm glad I didn't pick Rampage at that time because he powerbombed the guy after I fought Dave, and I was like,
that guy doesn't walk anymore.
No, my gosh.
He just faded into the wind.
That's how it was, and now it's much better.
Oh yeah, but that looked intense. So.
Guys, I think when we're gonna break here, and we're gonna come back because we're gonna talk to Jonathan Tucker.
Yeah, let's get Jonathan Tucker on the horn.
He's an advocate of MMA. He's fell in love with it recently, and maybe he can tell us some of his stories.
I think he's gonna be very insightful. And let's get Aaron Pico in here.
Can I do some magic for that?
Okay. All right, all that and more after this.
Brown magic. Oh, dude, you were with Kenny Florian.
Yeah.
How was it?
I'm calling Max Holloway for the Aldo Holloway fight, not because I'm dead sure he's gonna win, but because I like his mindset and I don't like how Jose Aldo sells the sport.
I think Aldo's gonna take it. I mean, shoot, he's dethroned Frankie Edgar so many times, and nobody beats Frankie.
Yeah. Well, I think that Aldo's been in too many wars, and I think Holloway, his body is less worn, and I think that when they go into this fight, that it's going to show that towards the later rounds, it's going to be difficult for Aldo to pull it off, especially with all the extreme cutting, and now that USADA has been on top of everything.
Yeah.
I still think Aldo all day.
Well, today we're doing the Tomcast.
Yeah, you're on the Tomcast. I think we're live right now, actually.
We are recording. Have we started recording? Yep. We're still going.
Yeah, we're still going. We're still on the Tomcast.
what are we gonna talk about this sport?
Yeah. So who's your favorite fighter?
Besides Tom and myself.
Besides you guys, I'm loving TJ Dillashaw. Even though the second round Tyrone Woodley, Wonder Boy fight didn't pan out the way the fans had hoped, I still think Wonder Boy is like still developing, still an extraordinary talent.
I think he's still pretty young.
Cody. I like watching Cody work. I like his mental game. I like the way he approaches his fights right now by really focusing on this. And I like those lighter weights. I think Cub Swanson he's on a tear right now. I can't wait to see who he's up against. This new Bisping fight, seeing who he's going to be fighting next is exciting. I like that.
Yeah, I think it's Romero. I think the rumors are that it's going to be Romero. And he's a big, exciting fighter, too.
So it's going to be that's going to be a hell of a fight.
I got to watch that first episode, and on Kingdom, it kind of shows a lot, like, with your character developing as a fighter. And was it hard to step away from, as an actor, was it hard to show retirement as a character instead of like when you're still fully capable of fighting and stuff like that? How did that go over in like personally?
All you gotta do is watch Ultimate Fighter, and you get the real feedback. It's hard to know when it's the time to quit, and champions across all sports wrestle with this, and some of them go out not a lot, because it's that championship mentality. It's that mental conditioning that says, I can still do it, I can overcome, I can battle all of the nagging physical ailments.
They really add up, too.
This is the last season of Kingdom. Did you get
I got a question for you, actually. Now, were you in MMA before you got this role in Kingdom?
No, point of fact, I did a 180-degree turn. I used to think you guys were total scumbags.
All right.
And then even worse than you guys were the fans of the sport. And now I'm like, as you can tell, I'm hook, line, and sinker, willing to go live on national television to talk about it. And that's the only sport I feel comfortable really discussing in an in-depth way. I admire this sport, its fans, and its fighters more than any other sport.
Do you go back and watch previous UFCs and Prides, or you just kind of stay up to date on what's current?
I stay pretty up to date. I'm not great with the older fights, but I do go back and watch a lot of the post-fight press conferences because those to me are some of the most insightful sports psychological tools that are out there. Because nobody talks better about what it means to win and what it means to lose, and the process of getting ready for a fight and dealing with the consequences of the fight better than fighters.
Oh, absolutely. Are you still going to be a fan after the show? Are you like hook, line, and sink? You're sunk in? You like MMA?
Dude, I will be, God willing, inshallah, Baruch Hashem, I will be at fights and training for the rest of my life.
Nice.
You've bled for this sport. You've bled for this sport multiple occasions. Twice. I mean, it's just, and all you did was like super glue me, put me back in there, coach. Because you either got it, you're either a fighter or you're not. You either have a chin or you don't. It's amazing.
Yeah, chin, I just know that, popping a flame in my face from time to time is not going to be
So where do you train? You said you do some training. I'm sure Joe knows, but I don't know.
Hey! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so...
We don't want it to have a chin.
It's all right. So I trained at Fortune's gym on Sunset with Justin Fortune, who's one of Manny Pacquiao's conditioning coaches. I do Muay Thai with a guy named Johnny Hunt, phenomenal Muay Thai specialist. I box with a guy named Jose Navarro. He's a U.S. Olympian. He's there in Australia representing our country. There's a great BJJ guy there, Lars Wallen.
Lars is awesome.
Yeah, badass.
Yeah, there's some great guys there, man. Some amazingly talented men and women. And one of the best parts about the show is that, it's a gift that I got was the understanding that I could, whenever I traveled, I could throw my gloves in my carry-on and find a combat gym somewhere in the country or anywhere.
Anywhere in the country, you throw a stone.
Yeah, anywhere.
Especially here in California, you throw a stone, there's 2 jiu-jitsu schools and a Muay Thai school.
I mean, you say especially, I'm telling you, like, I can't find, I don't know a city I've been to anywhere in the world where I can't throw a stone and hit one. And the community, speaking really to the quality of the people involved in the sport, the community of fighters out there is some of the most welcoming, humble, gracious, beautiful people I've ever met.
Can I ask you a question about fighting personally? Have you been in any altercations before learning about MMA, and then compare those altercations to after learning MMA?
I would like to say that I've never been in any altercations whatsoever, because that's the right answer to give, and nobody should be getting in any unsanctioned fighting. I did, however, I think you might be teasing out, Joe's after our first season, and we got a decent enough ground game going with you, one of the great legends of jiu-jitsu and the mat game. I was at a wedding where a number of my knucklehead buddies from high school imbibed a little too much alcohol and then on to tackle me, and I got one simultaneously. These are big guys. These are like football-sized guys. I got one in a triangle, one in a guillotine, and the other one I think I got right back up after I choked those guys out. Him with a double leg takedown.
Oh, nice. You're becoming well-rounded over there.
He does best at his kickboxing is really, really good. Like, I wouldn't really want to get kicked by him at all. There's no way I would.
So you do the sparring too? I know it must be tough. You probably got to wear headgear and the face mask.
Oh no, dude! I have a hockey helmet on. I can't be messing with this thing.
Yeah.
But the fun thing about the kickboxing was that I wasn't very good at it before. I knew it was something I was interested in and that would excite me. And the skills that allowed me to get better at it, which I developed in MMA, the skill itself was just humility. I was willing to go into the same gym I've been going into with a new coach and to look like a total neophyte, and be willing to not be great for a long time, and be willing to put in the work day in and day out. And I'll tell you, it took at least 6 months before I could finally get my hip over, before I was finally able to breathe and relax a little bit. But it's like it just takes time, and if you apply that same skill set else in your life, if you want to get better at something, you better be willing to start at the bottom and put the sweat equity in.
It's awesome. Got to put in the 10,000 hours eventually.
10,000 hours, yes.
I got about one, but yeah.
So what's your favorite part about the show Kingdom?
The fact that we're honoring this subculture that I had thought was for uneducated, bloodthirsty
Savages?
Savages. Human cockfighting, I believe is the term.
In a way that I think is noble, and showing all of the different kinds of people that come into the sport, the openness of the sport, the fact that it doesn't matter what color you are, where you're from, what language you speak, they value women as much as they value men, both in pay and training and in social relationships, that it doesn't matter your sexual orientation, that like if you're willing to cross the threshold of the fight gym as a man or a woman, that you will be welcome if you're willing to humble yourself to the thousands of years that have gone into supporting the martial arts.
Very wise, very wise.
Right?
Yeah.
John, if you look into his eyes, you'll get in a trance. Right?
Yes, I know. He's very, very focused.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Like a hawk, an eagle. There's the eagle.
Oh,
there
that's he's willing
That's
to bleed.
fresh.
Yeah,
That's
that's
fresh.
actually 2 days old.
Yeah. It's still stitched, huh?
That was Cam's can, and for sure Tucker won.
So how did that happen?
Yeah. Well, the first opening when this eye came during season 1, our first fight with Jay Thoroughbred Milan, a tremendous fighter. But unfortunately for Jay, the other guy who opened up my eye is a fabulously good-looking former opera leading man who's now running Entertainment Tonight. So I got popped by a big fighter and popped by a big model.
Well, the fact that you have a scar here and a scar here, I have one before I fought Kenny, and I have one before I fought Nate Diaz, and now you have two. And it kind of blends right into your eyebrows. If you wrinkle your eyebrows, can't really tell you're scarred.
I got the big caterpillars to hide mine, so I'm good. I got scars.
I've got a BJ Penn scar, and every time he walks into the room, it flares up like some type of herpes outbreak, and I feel like the Harry Potter guy.
GoDaddy's selling out the Los Angeles Forum for the belt contention against BJ Nukan, one of the great fights of UFC history.
It was a bloody mess.
I lost probably like 500 cc's in that fight.
He bled.
Blood.
He bled for 7 days that month.
That was the estimated amount. It was a horrible experience because when I got back on the airplane, BJ was on the airplane, and my friend, the godfather of my kids, decided to congratulate BJ on the plane, and they all gave him a standing ovation. And they had given me a bunch of alcohol, and I was like, is this really happening? And then my friend sits down next to me, Frankie, and he's like, hey, dude, how'd you like that? I did that way to pump you up. And I'm just like...
They gave you a sitting ovation.
Yeah, everyone else just got quiet. Well...
I got one more question for you before we sign out, and I'll let you go. How you liking our show? What's your favorite part of our season of The Ultimate Fighter?
I gotta say, man, getting fighters who have already paid their dues, who understand the real relationship with winning and losing, how that tests you as a man. I mean, you go back to that Dominic Cruz post-fight press conference when he lost to Cody, and he said, I look at every fight as a opportunity, as a battle to make me a better man. And he thanks the sport for that chance. You can see though that's sort of sorry, you see me? With the same sort of drive for championship. That's to me the most exciting thing about the season. And of course, as just a fan of drama, you gotta love the beef between TJ and Cody.
Yeah, it's absolutely real too.
Yes, there's no faking that.
No, there's no faking that. But look, I will say to Cody's credit, he doesn't think he can be beaten. He just thinks he can't see a loss in front of him. And
hasn't lost yet.
And that's a real gift that he has as a champion, because obviously there's not a single fighter out there who's undefeated in the course of their career. So there's going to be a day when he's going to lose, but it's hard to see him losing anytime soon with that gift of just all he sees is W.
Well, Jonathan, thank you for your insight.
Thank you so much for your time, Jonathan Tucker. Any shout outs or anything you want to give? Who's your sponsors?
All the boys at Winklejohn. Lots of love to you guys.
Welcome back to the Tomcast. All right, Joe, you got some magic? We need a new guest. Come on.
Oh, of course, we got Aaron Pico. Oh,
wrong episode.
What are you guys doing? Fix it. That was great.
Right
way
episode.
Better. You're not. Yeah, sorry. I magicked in one.
Yeah, he didn't look too happy.
He was in the shower. That was awkward.
So, Aaron Pico, welcome to the Tomcast.
No. I hope you got this towel for you because we're about to grind you. We've been on your Wikipedia page. We understand. We're in your head.
We know stuff about you. How does that make you feel?
I don't know.
Did you know I am exactly 10 years older than you?
To the day.
know.
You should know because we just did a take before this. You were a lot more surprised at that one.
Here's a quick question. That kind of makes you guys blood brothers.
It is.
Or
if I had a torch, I would pass it to him. But he doesn't need it. He's already got a shoe deal.
Yeah, well, that was a wrestling show?
Yeah, when I was wrestling at the time, I was wrestling. So that was pretty cool.
Now, was it like your own custom shoe? Like you got to choose the colors and you're like, I want them to light up a little bit and put the pumps on?
No, I just wore their... If I would have won an Olympic championship, probably, yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, every wrestler out there knows Aaron Pico. The people that aren't wrestlers out there, Aaron is, he was going to high school and represented the United States on the U.S. Olympic team for wrestling.
19 years old, is correct?
And then he was also boxing. He's national champ,
Golden Gloves.
Golden Gloves.
Why don't you list off like some of your credentials that you've accomplished along the way? Because you know better than us in Wikipedia.
No, I won a world championship in wrestling. Then I won Golden Gloves as a kid. I won European championships for pancration. I had a bunch of MMA fights as an amateur back when it
Were-
was kind of like
Oh, okay.
illegal for a kid to fight back then. It was kind of like.
Was it
really-
pancration or was it MMA?
I did a bunch of pancration, and then I would do some MMA fights on like Indian reservations back in the
Oh,
back in
yeah,
the day,
yeah.
you know, so
He
it was
knows
pretty
about
fun.
that.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Yeah, and I ended up fighting on it one time. It was Chris Brennan. He had just fought in the belt in the UFC for the belt against Pat Miltich, and I was still in high school. And so he's like, you get nervous, but you do a great job dealing with your nerves because you've been on that stage. Some people
Yeah.
don't perform when they put them up there. It's really great to see you at practice because you bring back that energy. Now we're the old guys. When I first started, I was you.
Yeah.
I was the young guy in the room. I was Randy. I was helping Randy for Victor Belfort. I was in Sacramento.
Little guy.
I was 18, 19 years old, just as a body, helping him out. And I've been able to learn all of this. And I guess our job as the older guys is to share some of the things. Like there's a couple things that we hope you never do.
Absolutely. Say, you know, you go on, you do all these great things and stuff, and we just want. There's a big difference as 10 years the older that separates. I got one thing, and that's mistakes.
Yeah. So many bad decisions, bro.
And bad decisions.
I mean, we could write you a list of things not to do. There's something that we.
Joe's gonna actually tell you how not to get a girl pregnant. Actually, I don't know if you should listen
Yeah,
to Joe. on that.
don't listen to
Joe,
that.
they don't call Joe Daddy because he's the ladies' man.
They
Joe
call-
Daddy is a bad decision, which are great decisions.
Yeah,
now.
they end up being the best decisions of your life. However, it's still you seem to be focusing on your goals. You're going to high school. Most people are thinking about prom
Or
homecoming.
competing at high school states. Did you
Yeah.
get to do that? Compete at high school
Yeah, I
states?
just did 1 year my freshman year. I won.
Well, yeah. Like you know, as when it was my senior year dream, I worked my ass off to try to win states and fell up short. You're like, yeah, I just came in. California's got a ton of people. I beat them my freshman year, and so you're fighting at 45,
55.
55.
55,
All
yeah.
right,
I feel good at.
a man's weight.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good. It's a. I mean, I can make 45, but I mean, I feel good in training right now. I don't have to like. I mean,
There's no reason to push it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm learning right now. I don't have to like manage my food like crazy
to maintain.
to maintain.
Yeah.
But I still eat really, really well. But I mean, there's some wiggle room.
And you got a pretty tough opponent ahead of you. You're not fighting some newbie.
Yeah, you're not fighting a guy that's 0-0.
No.
Tell us who your opponent is.
My opponent is 8-2. His name is Zach Freeman. He's had some experience, but that's what I've always wanted to, to fight guys that have the experience, take those, risks. And I don't really feel comfortable fighting guys with like 1-2, like 1-0.
So yeah, if you were to fight somebody 2-0, you feel like, oh yeah, I fought this rest. You won the Golden Gloves and you won the Worlds. You're like, it's kind of not fair.
Yeah, I mean, the guys that I'm training with, TJ, Juan, like a bunch of guys that, I mean, I'm training to be the best, and I just feel, I mean, my work that I'm putting in with these guys.
Where are some of the places you train?
Train here at Legacy in Anaheim. I'm wild card for my boxing with Eddie Bravo, with Joe Stevenson here.
So you're really surrounding yourself with good people.
Yeah.
Well, this is something that is always, to me, is a secret about fighting. And if you can get away with this, you're going to get good quicker. A lot of times it's like, cool, I want to stay at my gym and just work here. But if you have a short amount of time, you want to cover the most distance, it's about trying to go to the best places around at that time.
Yeah.
And then you have a home gym where you kind of just culminate and become better and better and better. And that's kind of what you're doing. And it's kind of what Juan has done. And it allows you to get better. And then you can always come back to home base and see where you're at.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, when you start getting like just comfortable in your own gym and like it just I think
Become the
that's-
big fish.
Yeah. I mean, I think you should always like try to expand and figure out what you need to do, work with the best, go work with the best.
And new
grapplers.
partners keep you honest. as well.
Absolutely.
Because everyone's always
Yes.
jockeying for position.
Absolutely. And also, I have another question for you. Did you ever think about doing college, or is that something you want to do in the future? Because most kids your age go on to college, and they don't go, oh, I'm going to be fighting in Madison Square Garden, just they got done with the Olympic trials.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I mean, not really. I never really wanted to go to college. I always knew that I wanted to be a fighter, but people would always tell me like, "Oh, you got to have a backup plan." But in my head, I'm always like,
You don't need a backup plan. Just
Yeah.
watch the bad decisions.
Yeah.
It's important. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't have a backup plan, but those bad decisions.
Yeah.
It's important, like you're doing with your career, as far as physically, you're going to the right spots and to do the best you can. But it's also important to surround you with like good management and good decisions.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy. I get to see Bob with you.
Yeah.
And his involvement in the management, the Zinkins.
Yeah.
And like
He's
the
not even a
amazing-
manager. I mean, he's also a striking coach for you as well. I see him always working.
And he's a great friend too. More importantly.
Yeah, Bob and Dwayne they've been helping me out a bunch. Bob is crazy. He like flies here for.
Isn't that his
for
nickname?
Crazy. Yeah, that's true. Crazy. He'll fly here for my practice, then fly back to San Jose, and then fly back within the same day. He's been here, and then he'll fly to DC's to go watch DC's practice, and then he's
committed.
Yeah, and then he'll fly right back to be here at this practice. I'm like, I need to get him a private plane.
Yeah, right.
Because he's always on the go. But I'm thankful for that.
And then he'll jump in with the guys too. He goes here, and then he's like, I'm gonna
He
go
was
with
sparring
you.
with Mark Munoz.
Yeah, Munoz probably he had DC later that night.
Yeah, he probably was like, yeah, that's my warm up. No, I got DC. Yesterday. And then you're a part of a great team too, like the guys at Dethrone and with Nick Swinton and all those guys.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy that you've surrounded yourself with greatness, and that's what you got to do. If you want to become a millionaire, you find a self-made millionaire, you get yourself involved with them, and you eventually catch on to what they're doing, and you're able to become that. And you've done that with fighting, and it's remarkable, and it's going to be a great watch because you're just beginning.
So, any sponsors you want to thank? Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I just want to thank Nick Swimmer, Oak Grove Technologies, Zinkin Entertainment, Bob Cook, and everybody that's helped me along the way.
All right, so I believe Joe still owes me some peace. So
You'll find out more about that with the outro.
yeah, we'll get to the bottom of this after these words. Aaron, thank you for your time,
Thank you for
brother.
having me on.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to this week's Tomcast. I believe Joe owes me some pee.
No, we talked about the P.
Come on,
thing.
look.
And Tom and I, guys,
Look,
have both
say
agreed.
last week.
No,
Last
no.
week.
Tom, you're getting.
Last week. No, last week you said you were gonna.
Yeah, but we didn't talk about it. You just threw it out there.
No, you.
So what
agreed
we're
to
gonna
it.
do,
No, this
what
is
Tom and
Joe.
I have agreed to off camera, is both drink our pee.
No, we didn't.
I just said that. And you're like, that's a great idea.
No, I
And
didn't
then-
say that's a great idea. You
And
didn't hear
what
it.
I'm gonna do next week, guys, is put an animal control shock collar on my neck, and I'm
then-
gonna give this man, Tom, the power to shock me, and then I'm gonna demonstrate at what level that I cannot tolerate the pain by doing a full sprint. So each time, if I can continue to run, he'll notch it up harder and harder, and eventually, I think I can get to 7 because it goes to 1
You
to
think
10.
you can get to 7? I think that's gonna be a
When you
challenge.
see it stop me mid-sprint, you know that it's effective. Then I'm gonna grapple somebody, and as I grapple him, if I come close to submission, Tom is gonna sit there like Caesar,
Oh, all right. Doing
but with the shocker, and
Even
so I won't be
better.
able to finish them.
Okay, well, you gotta grapple our producer Jeremy.
Oh, I'm all down. I'm 100% in for that. I would like to give a couple thanks. Speaking of Jeremy, everyone at Egoless, the whole
Thank you,
team, all of you
Egoless.
guys, everyone that is hanging out, relaxing, everyone at Cobra Kai, everyone at
Dan Henderson's Athletic Fitness Center, Team Quest,
Rev 55, Legacy.
legacy builder for this wonderful building and this wonderful training.
I want to give a special shout out to my friend Dr. Pouts, who's been helping fighters with their medicals and everything in the high desert. We just keep going Kingdom. If you guys watched, you guys watched me. You got to watch me go to sleep. You got to see me. You got to see Tom do some awesome revenge on Justin for me.
Before we wrap this up, we still have strips going at $50. We got one strip. I think we have a bidder, so you guys better act fast.
If Justin offered $50 to wax, would you give Justin the same discount that you gave me?
No, absolutely not. It's rose to 50. This is for charity. This is for our boy Sam Alvey, so he could get
It's true,
get his
guys.
daughter
And
home.
it's actually we got the $1,000 has been offered for the jersey already.
But there is one problem. We don't have enough people following our page. So go to YouTube, Tomcast2.0, and give us a follow and
A subscription?
a subscription, a follow, and
My son Joey, he said it's called a sub. That's
Okay.
the sub.
So go to YouTube and sub us, and next week you're gonna see Joe go down. Thank you, everybody.